Damage at the Jassowal station was fairly minor. Some scorched doors and walls and some burned records. The bomb itself had been a small and crude device. It had been placed in a sand bucket used as a fire extinguisher. The blast was mainly contained by the sand and the bucket. But while the damage was slight, the headache for Indian authorities was huge. The limited damage at a small country station wasn't really the point. What mattered was that the bombing in Jassowal was just one of 38 similar attacks carried out that day on railway stations right across the Punjab. The attacks were carried out by the Dashmesh Regiment, a Sikh underground organisation that's claimed responsibility for a series of assassinations. The attack came only 24 hours after a railway guard shot a Sikh youth who officials said had been behaving suspiciously. It was a swift, certain and organised response, and the Dashmesh organisation claimed it was just a foretaste of what the future holds. Saffron orange is the colour of good fortune to Sikh and Hindu alike. These Sikh marchers wear it as a sign of their religious purpose. But in today's India, religion is inextricably bound up with politics. On the Amritsar streets, an uneasy peace prevails. In the Punjab capital of Chandigargh, things are different. One of Chandigargh's leading Hindus, Inder Gupta, was killed in a grenade attack on his business premises on Tuesday. His funeral, while his widow mourned, was a chance for Hindus to show their opposition to the demands of the militant Sikhs. As Gupta's body was consigned to the flames, his mourners rioted. The Hindus had declared a bandi, a day-long general strike in honour of their slain leader. Anybody unlucky enough to be going about his ordinary business became a target for the anger of the mourners. Buses were burned in the streets. Shops owned by Sikhs were looted and put to the torch. Much blood has been spilt during centuries of communal conflict in India. The Sikh faith was founded to provide a bridge between Muslim and Hindu. It can no longer claim neutrality.
The fire reduced the factory to a charred shell. Vast numbers of Indians are already without a job. Now the workers from this business will join them. Arson has become a commonplace event in the Punjab. It's one of the main weapons in the armory of the Sikh extremists, although this is the first time that the Charatha district, Amritsar's main industrial area, has been a target. In recent months, firebombing has destroyed other Sikh-owned businesses as well as temples and railway stations. But this was by far the most costly attack. The factory manufactured expensive drugs for export to the West, particularly to West Germany. The raw material for these drugs went up in smoke along with the building. It was well known that the factory belonged to a Hindu, but police had not mounted any special guard. Only one man, the caretaker, was on the premises. He's a Sikh, now being looked after by a Sikh doctor. But the extremists regard anyone who is not for them as being against them. The Prime Minister, Mrs. Gandhi, has promised firm action against militant Sikhs. Much of India waits to see what she can accomplish.